Hello. So, I've been reflecting. I have been reflecting on this disconnection between the mind and the body, and just how much we crave for this integration with the mind and body, for this love making between the mind and body. And yet, just how resistant we are to this very integration. What comes to me as I'm talking is my personal experience with this challenge of integration. For a very long time, pretty much my entire life, I found that my mind was extremely far away in a completely different galaxy, and my body was here. So there's no way for sweet lovemaking to take place. And what I did was, as soon as I realized that there was this disconnection, I did everything I could, and I tried everything I could to bring about this balance and union between my mind and my body. And I thought I was doing everything right. I was meditating, I was trying different therapeutic methods, both the one that involved mental activity and the one that involved my body. And I still struggled. I struggled a lot. And I also noticed that even though I had succeeded at different times and at different levels and different intensities of being able to calm my mind and to bring it to a state of peace, I still wasn't able to integrate that with my body. And that's when I realized that this integration is a dance between two. And that's why I call it lovemaking, because you can't make love with just one person being actively engaged in the process. So I had spent a lot of time getting my mind to be in a state of equilibrium for that integration to take place, which is pretty much the focus in our lives right now. Meditation, to calm the mind, to bring peace to the mind, to not allow the thoughts to take over the mind, and to be okay with any thoughts that flow in and out of the mind. But what I realized is that we're forgetting an integral piece of the puzzle here for this integration, and that is the body. The body, the space holder for this integration. And the body that receives, just beautifully takes in the mind and lets it be and one with it. And this is determined really by how open, nurturing, and receiving the body is for this integration. Going back to my own personal experience, my childhood was very difficult and traumatic. And as a child, I wasn't given enough space to feel my emotions or feel the feelings in my body that were alive in my body. And what we tend to do as children is that because we're not very able to articulate our feelings, and if we're not given the space to be able to voice what is alive in our bodies, we tend to suppress them. And the body being very intelligent in itself, tends to hold these difficult, challenging, or traumatic experiences within the body for survival, and at the same time detaching the mind again for survival. And this is what I found, that for me, there was so much pain held in my body, in my heart, in my gut, in different parts of my body, that no matter how much I tried to bring my mind back to its natural position, which is in my body wasn't open. It didn't have space for that. It didn't know how. It didn't know how to receive. It didn't know how to be kind. It didn't know how to be nurturing. It didn't know how to be compassionate towards its own self, its own mind, its own body, its own heart. And so there was this massive tug of war between my body and my mind. Until I actively, willingly, openly chose and committed to allowing all the feelings in my body, no matter how painful they were, to be fully felt, to be fully respected and honored and shown reverence for holding this in my body for such a long time. And now to be released from my body so that there is more space for new experiences, for new love, for the mind to come in and experience an orgasmic feeling that it has been craving for such a long time. So I invite you in this process to observe at what state your body is in, without any judgment here, no judgment whatsoever. Just fully accepting the body in the state that it is in, and observing what state it is in. How open is it to receiving? How open is it towards being able to heal? How open is it to be kind to itself, to be loving to itself, compassionate and generous with absolute love and acceptance. And also observing the mind and the disconnection that might be present without any judgment, and holding that vision, holding that intention in your heart, that this integration that you are seeking is not impossible because you were born with it, and that the power for this orgasmic union is with nobody else but with you. I thank you so much for listening to me. My name is Pavitra, and I would love to receive your feedback and comments. And if you are curious about working with me and finding out a little bit more about what I do and how I work, please feel free to contact me. My details are listed below. And until next time, take care and be well. Bye-bye.